Hey, Mark here, and I have a fun giveaway for you. I have 5 digital copies of the John Krasinski directed film If up for grabs. And if you like a copy, please shoot me a message and be like, hey, Mark, I would like to enter for a chance to win a copy of If. I hope you win. Bring home If, buy on digital now, starring Kaylee Fleming, Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, and Steve Carell. If is a heartwarming and hilarious tale about a girl who embarks on a magical adventure to reconnect imaginary friends with their kids. Buy what the film critics are calling perfect for the whole family, and get over 40 minutes of bonus features. Written and directed by John Krasinski, available at participating retailers. Buy If on digital today. Rated PG from Paramount Pictures.
Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a real snarling Visigoth. It's DJ Valentine.
Of all the things I've been called in my life, I've been called many. Snarling Visigoth. I might put that on a business card. That sounds kind of like good and bad at the same time. You don't know where to take it.
I'm honored then, because I no doubt know that you've probably been called many names, so I'm glad that this is a new one.
I'm a man of many names.
So I watched the Holdovers last year, and I absolutely adore it, but I immediately messaged you.
Right.
And the reason for that is, like, you're big on scripts. You love, like, you're big on writing. You're big on good writing.
Good writing.
And
yeah.
I immediately messaged him, like, yo, you got to watch this, because you hadn't watched it yet.
No, I know. I didn't even. I mean, I knew of it, but I didn't look at anything. I didn't see a trailer or nothing.
And then I was like, hey, you gotta watch this. And then you watched it and you liked it a lot. So I was like, yes. And I was like, well, we got to talk about it then.
I came to the film The Holdovers knowing little, as you're saying, except for I knew Giamatti and Alexander Payne were involved. And when I turned it on, I think it wasn't even, I saw it late. I saw it on digital. So I because you mentioned it to me, and I'm watching it. It got me right away because I love, since I was probably, I don't know, 18, school dramedies kind of, Ferris Bueller, Breakfast Club, Edge of 17, 16, all that stuff. Even my co-host on my podcast, Justin, and I, when we were in film school, our final project, we were like, we're doing an 80s school dramedy. So when I watched this story, it kind of like, it got me right away. And as you know, from our Batman podcast, I went on this weird ride watching it from, wow, this movie might get some awards, to like 15 minutes into, this movie better get every award, to, you know what? I love this movie so much. I don't care who else likes this movie. It superseded accolades for me to become like a traditional movie that Justin was saying, is the highest ranking you can give a movie, to where I'm going to watch this movie every year just because it's a tradition. Because that movies that you like, or movies like Oppenheimer, which I really liked, was like, okay, it's got its awards, good, it's a good movie, I can put it up. But a movie where you make a point, well, the holiday season is not complete until I watch blank. Holdovers has now gotten on my list. When I watched, I was like, this movie's, and it's fun, it's funny, it's heartbreaking. It's not like a commercial. It's you get all this stuff, you get all this stuff out of it where you're laughing. And then you're like, oh, that hit me in the gut. Then you're like crying. Then you're like texting in the middle. You're pausing like, yo, have you seen this yet? Yeah, you need to watch this. You're pulling a Mark where you're texting me in the middle. You got to watch this movie.
I had to. Like, this movie, I know recently that the screenwriter, like what Stevenson accused the writer of this film of plagiarism. The writer is, and I had IMDb open, and now I don't have it open, and I will be right there. David Heavenson of plagiarism. But the more I read about this movie, like, Alexander Payne based this movie off a 1935 French film called Merluce. It's like part of a pilot they used to have. The guy loves Hal Ashby, so I mean, like, that's like all over this movie.
Right.
So it's like I don't know. I don't want to say anybody's lying, but the guy like published this thing of like similarities. But I just kind of thought it was funny that the guy who published the list of similarities worked on Paddington 2, which shares a lot of similarities with Ernest Goes to Jail.
I mean, yeah.
So it's which is an odd thing, but they have a lot of similarities. So it's kind of like, this people being held over, grumpy teachers with students. That's not a new thing.
He didn't reinvent the wheel. Like when I hear the Matrix one, I think that was it the Matrix that they had like a plagiarism, or was it Terminator? I can't remember. One of those two. There was like, I think it might have been Matrix where they were saying that script was stolen. I'll listen to you. But like I just mentioned a bunch of movies with grumpy teacher / authority figure, rebel teenager, find common ground, meet together. That's Ferris Bueller. That's Edge of 17. I mean, that's many, 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 many. Our student project was a rebel who the dean liked him, even though he was a pain in the butt. And they form a friendship that I can see where the guy was probably have a point, but it is such a, I don't say vague, wide open movie where it could connect to so many other films that could cause it plagiarism. Though I can't say for certain. I don't know. I'm just saying it. If it's plagiarism, it's very not slick about it.
And what's kind of crazy is this guy is just, this guy Alexander Payne. He's so open about the movies that he loves. Like he loves Hal Ashby.
Right.
Like he's just a huge Hal Ashby fan. Like The Last Detail actually has a lot of similarities in this movie with the bittersweet and like all that kind of stuff, and like transporting somewhere, trouble. Like so he's so open about it. Like, so someone said he might have read the script and grabbed some of the lines from it when he was doing the rewrites. I don't know, but it's just tough to I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong. We don't know the answer yet. The news hasn't come out.
We'll never know. Only person that's going to know is Alexander Payne.
Exactly. And this is such a tight script. And, I was reading just, the screenwriter of the Holdovers, just reading about his life and his parents having a divorce and the teachers he had. He poured a lot of himself into this.
Yeah.
So,
it's also a very, I say common tale, but this has happened to many people. I've held over when I was in college. I couldn't go home, and so I had to stay at the school. It wasn't a private school in whatever they're Connecticut or whatever. What's this? Are they in New York? No, they're New England. So I was never. But I mean, this is an occurrence that's happened before. So there's a lot of things they're grabbing from that. The whole plagiarism thing, that's an argument I can't even. I heard about it right when the Oscars happened. So I was like,
right?
Yeah, I didn't even know about it. So I was like, and I don't know if that's the reason why. The voting was already done at that point, so they didn't win for best. It was up for adapted, right? I think it was adapted screenplay.
Let me check. I believe so. Let me look.
But yeah, when that happened, I was like, oh really? And then it didn't win, and I was like, I don't think that would have been the cause anyway. But thank God it didn't win. But if it did win, we'd still be hearing about that right now, because the award would have been stolen, or they would have been given it more publicity of the screenplay. But honestly, there's nothing it seems like it's an indictment of the film. This movie's good, and it's nothing that's extraordinary like oh my God, I never thought of that before. It's very the characters are makes the movie good is that the characters are very relatable. I had a teacher like Paul Giamatti's teacher, so it's Mark probably, so it's everybody's had that kind of crotchety. My teacher was Dr. Harford. He was our chemistry teacher. He was very crotchety and very, very smart alecky. And you would, if you were smart to him, he'd be smart right back to you. And people didn't like him. And he had the skin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What the heck's the name of that thing? Your skin peels all the time. But yeah. And so when I'm watching Paul Giamatti do this, I'm like, this reminds me of my chemistry teacher in high school. It's the same kind of attitude. So yeah, in terms of plagiarism, again, I'm not saying indicting or letting somebody off the hook. When I liked this movie, it wasn't because I never thought of this before. I just thought it was very, 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 very well done in every facet, including the acting, including the direction. The thing that struck me the first time I saw it, I'm like watching it, and my sister's was visiting, and I'm like, I'm making her watch the beginning part, and I'm like, when my sister's name is Taylor. I was like, Taylor, tell me what year this movie came out. She's like, I don't know, 50s or 60s. That's the way the cinematography is. It's like they make it purposely look like a 70s, 60s film. I was like, that's really well done. The stuff like that, I dug it to that. So yeah.
I love what you say about this movie where let's say a pitcher gets on the mound and just throws a perfect game.
Right.
The pitcher's not throwing behind his back. The pitcher's not, throwing meatballs and getting all strikeouts. Like, he's not revolutionizing pitching. The pitcher just has an awesome game.
Yep.
And that's what this movie is. It's like a perfect game from a pitcher.
Every time you thought that the script is gonna like, maybe it's gonna do it. No, that's well done. That's well done. That's what is very good. I like this. Let me ask you a question. You watched this movie first. So you watched it before me. I didn't. I went in cold. Did you see this going? Did you know anything about it? Did you watch trailers and whatnot? Because I didn't see any trailers for this.
I hadn't seen a single trailer, and I hadn't seen a single trailer. I was actually shocked because I don't want to keep talking about controversies, but like in 2020, Rose McGowan accused Alexander Payne of statutory rape when she was 15, but I guess he wrote a guest column and was like, she was 18, I was 28, she was legal. So I was like, I kind of thought after downsizing on that there wouldn't be much Alexander Payne.
Yeah.
And I had been, I was a big fan of the House of Payne for many years. Like Citizen Ruth. Election is one of my favorite movies.
Films of all time. That's one of the greatest films ever.
I really, truly, it is. And Chris Klein's performance in that reminds me of Dominic Sessa.
I forgive him for Street Fighter because of Election.
He's, what's interesting? I think there are directors who just, like in American Pie too, I think the directors understood him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, like in Street Fighter, for years I thought he was doing a bit, but then I listened to the commentary of the movie. He's like, yeah, I was really trying here. And I felt bad for kind of making fun of the role for a long time. But yeah, like they understood his earnestness, and like I love him in that. And I think Sessa, they found Dominic Sessa was they went to 5 schools to shoot this film in 5 different locations because they wanted to keep the 1970 aesthetic.
Right.
And they auditioned a bunch of people, and they're like, well, why don't we just audition one of the kids from the school? And Sessa had been in some plays. The only reason he was an actor, he was a hockey player who got a terrible concussion by breaking his leg, breaking his femur while skateboarding, and he got a concussion. So he decided to learn lines to help heal his concussion symptoms. And then he loved acting. So he was still in his dorm room when he was shooting this movie. Like Giamatti thought that he was going to have to be like his mentor, but Sessa was incredible. Like that scene at the dinner table when he's talking about all the parents and everything, and the zoom like pulls back. It's incredible. And just watching that, and then just his other films about Schmidt, Sideways. Like I bought the Sideways poster when that movie came out in 2004. I like his, like, it's very humanist, and it's kind of odd because I love movies like, Being There is one of my favorite films of all time. Speaking of Hal Ashby, I love movies like that. I love Dr. Strangelove. I love Royal Tenenbaums. And I think those are very human films with sadness.
Felt Tenenbaumsy.
Yeah. And so like it connected with me, and I'm very happy that it ended on a happy note. I'm very happy that Joy Randolph won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress because she's wonderful in this movie. And yeah, it's just like even the kid who should be the football jock is cool. He's like, yeah, my dad's a big softie. I didn't cut my hair. It's Battle of the Wills. And he's actually studying. Like this is so good.
It's funny because watching this movie, like again, I'm 15 minutes in, and you get the thing where he has to watch the kids. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out the movie as I'm watching it because again, I don't know anything about it. And I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be like a ragtag group of kids. Nope, they're all gone. I was like, oh, those characters are awesome. I thought we were gonna get a whole bunch with all the other ones that were held over. They get on a helicopter, they leave. And I'm like, wait. But then the movie goes to a turn that I didn't see coming, where it's him and the teacher, and they start kind of figure each other out as the movie goes along. And then after I watched, I was like, man, you could have done a completely different movie with the other ones. That you could have done a movie about the trip. Because all those characters are so
the ski trip. That'd be amazing.
Those characters are all so realized, and like you could fill in the blanks on all of them. And you want to see more of them. And they're in the movie for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes at max. The jock, the little kid when he's did he wet him? When he wet his
Oh yeah, Yoo-Jun Park.
Yeah, him. I'm like, there's so much stuff going on with those guys, and they're barely in the movie. And I was like, oh man, this is like you watch a movie when you realize, oh, this universe is fleshed out. These aren't throwaway characters. All the characters that you see in the movie, whether it be the janitor or them or the people at the park, they all have their own movie going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really liked the fact that I was not upset, but I was like, wait. And then I still got like, oh wow, this movie's going a completely different direction than I thought it was going to go. And it's still great. Like everything in it, every person is giving you 100%. And the fact that Giamatti, and I think Giamatti, you could just tell during the award season, he knew he probably wasn't going to win, but I just think he just has a blast doing every interview I've seen him doing stuff that's like this, where it's like he had the arc of me, where it's like, I don't care about accolades here. I know I did something great. This is a great film. I did a great performance. And that's all I need, really. He's been very modest this whole time. Even when I think he won the Golden Globe for actor in a comedic performance, I believe. But every time I saw like a round table with him, he's just very calm. It's like, yeah, you know, I just do these things, and everybody's making fun of him because he's so down to earth. He's in a freaking In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, after his win.
Yeah, Giamatti's great, man. Let me ask you a question.
He's been around since the 90s, though. Like,
when's the first Giamatti performance you've seen? Because mine is going to be weird for you.
So it's got all right. So it was probably like Truman Show, Saving Private Ryan, Private Parts, one of those. Because
see, Justin said Private
Parts.
Oh
no. I'm sorry. It depends on the year, but it might be my best friend's wedding when he is that really cool door guy at the hotel.
Oh, like, crap! I forgot about that.
You know what's crazy? Like in the 90s, I knew him. Like it was. I was like, oh, so if I'm watching this, so I must have seen him in Donnie Brasco in 97, and then Private Parts. I saw Brasco, Private Parts, my best friend's wedding. But then I think so. Like I'd seen him a lot, right? And then he popped up in Truman Show. Then he popped up in Dr. Dolittle. Then he popped up in Saving Private Ryan. Then he was in The Negotiator, and then he was in Man on the Moon.
That's the one. The first time I saw him was Negotiator, and I remember him distinctly because Samuel Jackson is doing this thing where if I ask you a question, you look to the left, you're lying. And he asks, I think it's JT Walsh, I believe. He asked JT Walsh a question, and JT Walsh does the thing. And I just remember Paul Giamatti going, he effing looked to the left. So it's like, this guy's awesome. Who is this guy? And then you see him like later on and like stuff like Shoot 'Em Up and everything other than that, because he's done so many great performances. Every time Paul Giamatti kind of shows up, I'm kind of like, oh, well, this Giamatti's awesome. I don't have to. It's almost like we watch sports, you and I, and you get like a good athlete coming. Is okay. I don't got to worry about that position anymore. Yeah, Giamatti's at wide receiver. Okay, we're good. Now let's figure out what else we're going to work with here, because Giamatti's going to hold it down. We know automatically. Anytime Giamatti shows up, whatever role he's playing, you know that role is nailed. You're good.
So, it's like, you know, John Terry at center back. You know, all right, good. We're good for 8 to 10 years.
We're good.
Yeah. And you know, I remember in 2003 watching American Splendor when he played Harvey Picar, and I was like, I remember thinking, I was like, this is because that got a lot of plaudits. Yeah. And I was like, yes, because you know, Planet of the Apes, he nails it in Big Fat Liar, Big Mama's House. Like, you know, I had known him, and so seeing him get all this award, attention was amazing. And then Sideways, like he's just that movie blows up, and then he pops up in The Illusionist, and you know, Lady in the Water, a lot of people give that movie crap, but for him, he was the lead of that film. He was the lead of an M. Night Shyamalan film, and I had a lot of respect. You know, even with I enjoy that movie, I really do, but I admired him more because of just the blind faith he had in M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah,
like he legitimately put himself out there. And so it just made me like him more because
Shyamalan was a big deal at that point.
Yeah,
he hadn't Shyamalan yet, so he was probably like, well, this guy's the Time Magazine articles on him, so I'll put my faith in him. And to Shyamalan's credit, he might make some weird decisions, but he is a capable director. And Paul Giamatti seems like hey man, I'm here for the script, I'm here for the movie. He does, every time I've seen interviews with him, he doesn't seem like it's up your own ass, a good way to say.
Yeah,
he's
no.
very calm and casual, but he's not like a stumbling his way through it. He's very good. He's very good at what he does. He's very good in this movie.
And I'm telling you, man, I really believe that he was on the stage in the 80s, 90s. He started getting minor roles and then he became a lead. And he's had just a wildly successful career. So I think he's just happy. Like, in this movie, he's like, yeah, I don't have a face for romance. And remember Sideways? They're like, oh, he's in a romance. Like, but he's become a legitimate force. And I listened to a long interview with him and Ethan Hawke, and just listening to them talking about acting and listening to him talk about how they kind of work their way up together. And I don't know, I just think this role, he's just on fire. The way he says it. And I learned a lot of interesting things about Alexander Payne as a director. So, like I worked on like over 150 sets. I spent years in the film industry. I saw a lot of directors on commercials, music videos who just sit behind the monitor and just yell stuff. There's no monitor on an Alexander Payne set. He's just sitting there watching the performances, which I love. And it's interesting. A lot of his, like, Alexander Payne preaches keeping his budgets low so that he won't have studio control.
Right.
And I love it. He's like, and he was talking about coverage in this movie. There's a lot of great dolly shots. There's not, they didn't have time for all this coverage over the shoulder, this, that. They have a lot of beautiful coverage in this movie. There's a lot of ensemble staging that I liked. There's a 1.66 aspect ratio that they use, and they shot in an area Alexa after doing a lot of tests on film, and then they grained it up and made it look perfect. But he wrote that coverage bacteria. He's like, I've only basically had low budgets except for downsizing. And the blessing of lower budgets is you have to make your days. It really forces discipline of camera placement. There's a way in which lower budgets force you to search for precision and elegance. And this movie is very elegantly shot, whether it's the opening, like the beautifully framed shots of the schools and the river, and like the beautiful dolly work whenever they're walking out of places, and the scene in the party when they're in the kitchen, and just how they're staged. Like, I love that they're like, okay, we don't have a lot of time, so we have to think about the script, we have to think about the actors, and we have to deliberately place this in a this camera on a tripod where it looks beautiful. And there's not a lot of movement in this film, but you don't need it. Like, I love the dissolves, I love the editing. Like, they've been, he's been working with the same editor for the last 8 films. Right. And so just watching like Kevin Tent, who won a BAFTA for editing a comedy, which he should have. But I love the dissolves. I love the way that they edited it. And it just, I don't know, everything about it. Like, they shot in January in Boston to make sure they had snow.
Right.
Like,
how much was the budget for this movie?
30 million.
Oh,
yeah.
So yeah, it's very.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. 13 million.
Oh, so it's Godzilla -1 and Holdovers. That are doing so much with so little. They have pocket change. 13 million, 12 million. Those might seem like high numbers, but for an actual movie, especially movies like this, where it's amazing how you can watch that costs a 20th of the budget of like something. I won't name movies that are cost $300 million that may have upset me last year, but are so little compared to those movies that don't entertain me at all. Like, I can live in this movie Holdovers. I think I said this about the Batman we were doing a commentary. You could add in more hours. This thing could have kept going for me. Like, I was just like, it had a perfect ending, but I was like, man, if you tell me it's a director's cut, give it to me, because it's the way it's almost like a travel novel, but it's like, because they're doing the dissolves and the montages, not of just them during the passage of time during the holidays. I'm like, man, there's so much stuff you could have just put in here. But you're talking about elegance and also efficiency. That's why the movie's $13 million, because of that. Alexander Payne is not like, embellishing, and he's very, it seems like he's very strict on what the story he wanted to tell. But man, I love these characters so much in this story so much. You could have just gave more. You could have had more. It's almost like, again, I keep going to John Hughes. Ferris Bueller, all of his stuff is off camera. All of his mythos and all that stuff is, you can make a movie that's about how he rose to power, but you don't need it because it's very efficient. A lot of these 80s and 70s movies, they're very efficient in their storytelling, and you're like filling in the blanks of, how did I want to see how Paul Giamatti's character, when he first showed up in school, I want to see like the first argument we had with this guy, but it's all implied stuff to nail that last line he says to the dean at the end. So you instead of showing all that line would have had less weight to where, you've always been a, you know what I'm saying? So I get the efficiency, but damn, $13 million, that's fantastic. But yeah, you can't get, you're gonna have too many cooks in the kitchen when you have anything over than $30 million would have been low.
Yeah,
$50 million
I would
believe
believe 30
low.
million. It's crazy. Like when I watched The Creator, if someone told me 200 mil, I'd have been like, yeah, sure. And then I learned it was 80, and my jaw dropped. So I would have believed 30, but then I look back and it's 13. But here's the thing: like this is where good directors separate themselves from kind of workman-like directors. In that, I bring this up a lot, but the movie Crawl, it only cost $12.5 million to make, and it looks gorgeous. Like they built it on this great, like I love Crawl. It's like one of I love it, but $13 million. And unless in anybody other than Alejandro Aja's hands, I don't think they would have probably needed 50 million.
They would have had like 85. It'd have been 85 alligators.
Yeah, exactly. Like he just understands how to shoot a movie and be efficient. And I loved reading about this, where Payne first and foremost said he was lucky for not being in director's jail for downsizing.
Right.
And he said that, the way that they, also too, they wrote this for Giamatti. So Giamatti had the cadence.
You could tell that this was, it's like a glove for him. It's like there's no, like you can't see anybody else in that role than Paul Giamatti, and you know that from like the first thing he does. so yeah, I like, let's say they cast, I don't know, Sam Rockwell, it wouldn't work. George Clooney, it wouldn't work, because these are all people that have worked with Payne before. Thomas Hayden Church. This is Giamatti. It's essentially him. So yeah.
Just listening to him like him throwing the football, him running.
Oh my God, the football scene.
Just the like, you hormonal vulgarian. Like I love when he says that, like, and like that whole speech about, like it's like a henhouse ladder, it's shitty and short. You were born lucky, you entitled little degenerates. And just like, I love, he's like, you are courting disaster, and you're like, enough with your erotic speculation.
I like the fact that the scene in the party, we're jumping around here. The scene in the party,
that's all I do here. So go for it.
Is very similar to the scene in Sideways, where he has to kind of like eat it.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I thought I was gonna have something. It's Sideways. That part crushes me. That's like, oof, that's like a knife in the heart. In here, it's still a knife in the heart, but it's a little bit more with okay, all right. Sideways one hurts for me, but they're very similar scenes where you think that maybe they're kind of amping them up to like, maybe she likes you, man. She and then the husband walks in, and you're just like,
she's just a nice lady.
Yeah, she's just nice, and it's like he can't be upset, because that makes her even a better person. She wasn't doing it out of any romantic whatever. She's just a nice lady, so he's just kind of like, yeah. It was nice to dream for that little. It's Banshees of Inisherin. There goes that dream. It's just done.
Oh, I love that. Oh, it's such a good line.
That's another one. It's a knife. I can't. That movie. That line destroyed me. But yes,
he could have said it like that too.
Every time I was watching that movie. We're sidetracking. I was watching that movie.
Go for it. That's good.
And I'm like, yeah, this movie's good. This movie's good. I like Barry Connick. And then he goes that scene, and I stopped the movie. I was like, okay, wait. I'm tearing up now, because that hurt me. That one performance, that one line read hurt me so much. I don't ever cry in movies. I usually just go, yeah, that sucks, man. But that part, I was just like, I had to hold it in.
Have any movies made you tear up recently?
Banshees of Inisherin was the last movie that made me cry. That part, because it hurt me so bad, him saying it, and then what happens to him later. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, did he do what he did because of what she said, or was he going to do what he did and he was thinking about changing his mind, and then she says that, and does he do it? It made me start thinking about that whole, because you never know. So I'm like, man, that part ripped my guts out. So that made me cry. This part here in Holdovers didn't make me cry. It just reminded me of Sideways, where that also I didn't cry there. I was just like, God, damn, it sucks. that's rough. Oh man. But though that was that was kind of a more melancholy in Sideways to me than when in this scene in the whole, because you still got like 45 minutes left of the movie. So it was almost, I thought, played for a laugh, but more of a humorous kind of like, yeah, sorry, man, not that wasn't your bus out of whatchamacallit, loneliness essentially. And it's not like he's lonely.
He seems content.
He's okay in his own skin. He has a lot of ailments.
Yes, he does. His skin is not okay.
No,
he's okay in his skin.
Yeah, as oily and sweaty and stinky as it is, he's kind of come to terms, and I think that's that whole point of that's what I got the Banshees of Inisherin part, is like where he's come to terms with, this is who I am. It's not, why am I going to fake that I'm this debonair, whatever. And people everybody's like gassing him up, like, yeah, maybe she likes you. It's like, nah, that's ridiculous. He's shooting it down every time. But then when he gave himself just a little moment of maybe it is. Oh, no, it's not. Go back to, he took it on the chin.
Yeah, he did. And that made me like him more.
Yeah.
Like, it made me like the football player more when he was like, hey guys, you want to come with me? I'm like, I like this kid. And then they disappeared, but I was still like, I like him. And then when he takes it on
we gotta write the ski trip.
The Sunburn saga.
The spin-off movie.
And just, like he takes it on the chin, and then he's cool to her later. And you know what though? So Dr. Hardy Woodruff. So I taught, I taught high school for years. I taught English in Korea. I taught speech at Florida State, and now I teach film at a tech school since 2018. And when Dr. Hardy Woodruff, who is called penis cancer in this movie, I'm not saying that he is called that by Giamatti.
This is in script.
Yeah, and so, but like, when he's talking about, listen, like when I taught, it was he's like, you're a great teacher. He's like, but we have boosters here, and we are going to suffer greatly because you would not give this kid a C-. I had a kid in my speech class at Florida State, total degenerate is what they're saying here. Like, he's just what they made fun of him too. Like, he's dumb too, but the kid did nothing all year. So I was like, all right, I'll just give him an F because he didn't do anything. And then I get a tap on my shoulder, not a literal tap, but it's like, yeah, you got to pass him. I was like, what? Yeah, his dad's a big booster. And I went, what? He's like, yeah, you got to come in and let him do his speeches, and then he passes the class. I'm like, with what grade should I give him? And I think they wanted
Why am I here? What is the purpose of me even teaching?
Like, I think they wanted me to give him a high grade, but they can't tell me that. So like, well, just pass him. And they're like, well, he does his speeches, so you're gonna have to pass him. Like, well, what grade do you want? Well, what do you think? And I'm like, oh, you got okay. But so he comes in, does 3 of the worst speeches I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, I was like, those are terrible. Like, I think I even said that. I was like, all right, get out of here. And so I had to give him a passing grade. And so, but like that, I think that's the problem higher ups in movies or in education that are funded by people and have boosters you have to deal with. So like, even Hardy, like, he's really smashed on in this movie.
Yes.
But at least when you've been in higher education or any education or private schools, you're kind of like, I get it. Like, he's not a teacher anymore. He's on the business side of things.
Right.
So it was even hard to really hate him. Like, and even the teacher who got out of it, he's like, yeah, my mom has lupus. Does she? I don't know. She might. You don't even hate him because the guy's just an idiot and he got away with it.
That's why I like Paul Giamatti.
We're all rooting for her.
Because it's not like he's been tricked in it.
Yeah. He knows this is a whatever,
but it's little do they know, or maybe he doesn't care that they know. He'd rather be here anyway. He doesn't have. This kind of gives him an excuse to be himself anyway, because if he didn't, he'd have been there anyway. so yeah, from the word go, this guy doesn't give a crap about what people think about him. He's already crossed that bridge. And then you get the scene in New York, Is it Boston? No,
Boston.
Boston, where he runs into the guy, the
just lies his face off.
Right. And I was like, oh, he does care. This is an old wound. This is something, because everybody probably talks crap about him behind his back at the school he's teaching at, but he doesn't care. But for this one guy got it. I was like, oh man, there's levels to this dude. That's why I said there's so much to this guy that I would like to get. Mm-hmm. And it, because this movie is told in such an efficient way. And again, I told you, it's perfect ending for me. I didn't need I wanted more, but you don't need it. You know, it's kind of like I got the one donut. It tasted really good. I would like to have 12 more, but you don't need it.
You won't be happy with the 6th one.
No, I'll be sick. Sick. I'll gorge myself on Paul Giamatti donuts. It'd be.
Oh, so we need to invent those.
Paul Giamatti donuts.
Yeah. You know, and I heard some complaints about this movie where people are like, well, it's just a fine movie. And they're like, oh, well, it's like a movie.
Sorry. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, exactly.
My bad. I gave you something fine. Would you rather crap?
And then people are like, all their stories wrap up rather neatly. And it's like, but this is an election. This is, you know what I mean? This isn't about Schmidt.
I'm going to pause. Wrap up neatly. Spoiler alert, I guess. He is I guess, kicked out. We don't know if he's going to go write his book, not write his book. We don't know. But he's at peace with that. He did one good thing for this one kid, right?
Yep.
That's his peace of mind. He did a good thing, right? And that kid's going to remember that for the rest of his life, that this guy that I crapped on, and I thought was my enemy, was actually the closest friend I've ever had. That's the whole denouement of the movie, right? But his life is still crap. Yeah. He's not like everything's gonna work out. No, his parents are still dicks. He's still at this horrible school. The fact that people,
it's lazy.
It's that's a lazy argument. You know, you want to talk about crap. I really don't want to start throwing aspersions on other films, but we've had so many worse films than this in the last year, in the last 10 months. And they go, this movie's just fine. I'm in the desert right now.
Yeah.
If somebody gives me a glass of water, I'm like, oh, it's tap.
Like this is perfect on every level, from filmmaking, the shots, the editing, the writing, the acting. And like I said, it's a perfect game. Like it is a perfectly pitched game.
He pitched a perfect game, and then somebody goes, "Oh, nobody scored." I like it when people hit the ball out. I wish he would have won with giving up a couple home runs. No. This was efficient, well done. How many times can you watch a movie, even movies that win awards, and go, "Yeah, I think everything in this worked." The direction, the acting, the writing, the cinematography, the sets, the music, the ambiance, the cast, everything is like, yep, I can't think of doing it any better than that. And you go, I don't understand that logic, man. I don't get it. Be happy for what you have. These are diamond in the rough movies, because make no mistake, my friend, we are in the rough. We've been in the rough for a while.
And you know what's interesting too is, I notice a lot of people. What is interesting? What am I trying to say is interesting? Is this does feel like a really nice throwback film, and I think it's totally fine for it to be rewatchable and to be like, I don't see anything wrong with that. And I don't see anything wrong with, Angus Tully's probably going to still hurt massively, and his parents are going to be bad, and Tate Donovan's an absolute crap.
He's medicated. His life is not roses and rainbows, man. He just was in a really bad way. His life could have been, he just had a horrible thing happen. And one guy who, the last one he thought, helped him. That might change his entire trajectory for the rest of his life. That one little thing. And Paul Giamatti knows it, and he knows it. Nobody else knows or cares about it, but they both know it. That to me was like, oh, that's a great, that might be not the message they wanted to get portray, but that's the message I got from it, where it's like, wow, they were enemies essentially in the beginning of this movie, and his one enemy helped him. and saw like, well, he's probably this way because of this. Makes complete sense to me now. I tried to do a good thing. It kind of backfired, but this kid is a kid. He needs to be a kid. Let him grow up and be a man. And I'm not going to let stupidity ruin his whole thing. That to me is such good storytelling. So I'm like, why would I poo-poo that and go, I've seen it before. You've seen it worse before. You've seen it cliched before. You probably didn't see this part coming. It's something that's happened before. You've seen the teacher that sticks his neck out for the other kid, but this one's done in such a well-mannered way. I've had a steak before, but I've had a bad steak and I've had a really good steak. This is a really good steak. So yeah.
And it ends so beautifully. And, a lot of the talk about this movie was about The Last Detail with Nicholson. And that's a wonderful movie, but it ends depressingly. Like, it's a very depressing ending. And then Being There, one of my favorite movies, ends on probably like one of the all-timer endings, but it's so ambiguous. You just got to talk about it.
Right.
I think sometimes it's totally fine to listen. Mary Lamb is still going to have a very hard life. Her son died. She's alone. Like the kids in this school are shits. But she got out. She saw her sister. She made some friends. And like, I think, everyone here still has a lot of things to overcome, but I still think this movie has a nice little bow tied around it at the end. Right. I do.
They're going to remember that there's moments when you get old. I feel like Al Pacino. When you get old in life, you're going to remember those little bottle moments of your life where it's like, yeah, that was good. I remember that time we went on that. I was at that school, and me and that kid and that teacher, we went. You're gonna hold on to that. And I was what happened when your son died? It was really hard. But I do remember that one thing that we actually had fun. We had a good time. We went to a restaurant and we couldn't get the kid what he wanted to eat.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's this little moment you're gonna hold on to now without them doing any of that. You don't know. She could have her life could have gone a completely different. She could have been destroyed. I mean, she was destroyed by it, but I mean, it could have gotten really dark for her. I'm not going to allude. I'm just alluding to what could have happened. But I think those little moments are what's going to make her continue, make her go forward. Same thing with the kid and Paul Giamatti, where he's been kind of holding himself back, happy in his own skin. Now he's out of his own skin. He did a good thing for another guy. Now he can't just be safe anymore. He has to take a risk and go whatever. So yeah, I like stuff like that. I like when a character, I don't know, character growth. I don't know. I like that stuff. I don't know. But yeah, again, I remember when this came out, and again, I this is before you even texted me. We were showing it, and people were saying I didn't like it. I was like, okay, well, I didn't know much about the movie, and then you told me it was good. And I'm watching. I'm like, why wouldn't you like that movie? But then I hit that level where I'm like, look, this is a traditional movie for me. I'm watching this movie every year. I'm going to try and make my sister does not like watching movies a lot unless Iron Man is in them or something, but I will try and make her watch it because it's one of those things where you want to have it in your vernacular of cinema where like, yeah, that's one of those movies that make you feel good, where you see, and it's one of those movies where you say, that's a movie. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a movie where you don't have to, I'm plagued by such disgusting and depraved and horrible films. It's always good to like pull one in the back of my mind palace. Oh yeah, that's a good movie. I can brag about that movie. I can put it on December 1st or December 10th and just sit back on the couch and just chill and watch it and laugh and remember the crazy, because we haven't talked about some of the crazy things that happened in this movie.
Yeah, like the arm dislocation. And
that was hilarious.
The pinball scene. You can be the left arm, I'll be the right. Oh, that's evil. And but I want to say something about Joy Randolph as well. Like what I love about her is, she was in Dolomite Is My Name and Only Murders in the Building, and she said that she likes to think and speak fast, but she realized that Mary has a very methodical rhythm to her. And I like that she's going through a moment of grief and personal devastation. You could feel that weight on her. But you also feel that she was just sort of a survivor as well.
Right.
And I love that about her. And she also studied Betty Davis movies, learning how to smoke. And with the Boston accent, she's like, yeah, people from Boston don't mess around. So she really did a good job on the dialogue. I love that. And she asked Alexander Payne if she could do some of the cooking in the kitchen because she loves to cook and she wanted to get into the characters. And I just like everything about her character. And you know what's interesting, like the way she speaks to Paul Giamatti, like it's very sort of like Northeast style, blunt. You know, you go to like Philly or any of those areas like out there, and you feel like they're pretty straight shooters. And like the way that she speaks to him and wants him to do better, but she feels like a fully lived in character. And I like that. I like that. Sometimes I feel like in movies, like there's like 8 characters, but only one of them has a life, and then the other ones just exist to be around the other 8.
Right.
3 people, I got a sense of all of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could follow. That's why when the other ones flew away, I'm like, these feel like characters I could like. They all could be the star of their own movie. Every character in this movie could be the star of their own movie. It's just you're following the teacher and the student. You and the lunch lady. You could also whatchamacallit, you could go around. This could be a show. That's how in depth that's the way the school operates. It's so, I don't say familiar, but just there's so much depth to it that your brain is filling in the blanks where this conversation that Paul Giamatti is having to his students, he's probably had a zillion times before where, I'm sure you can fail.
I can't fail this class. I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you can.
Oh man.
That is that I could see that, more of that, but you don't need it because you're filling in the blank. You can have it, but you don't need it. But yeah, I like the fact that all these characters, like you're saying, are all lived in. They're all 3-dimensional. You like them. You want more. They're not on screen. You're not checking out when somebody else who's not the star is talking. That happens in a lot of movies where I'm like, okay, just get back to the other guy. I don't really care what's going on right now. But no, everybody here, I'm like interested in everything they have to say, and it has twists in the movie that I didn't see coming. It was for a movie that's very basic. It's very, oh wow, okay, oh, like it's you're doing that for a simple movie about a road trip. Essentially, and they don't go on a road trip to like 3/4 into the movie. So yeah.
Oh man, like it'll curl your toes, like just an idiot. And you know what I love is when he gets that scene in the bowling hall where he lectures those guys about Santa. Like he's feeling good about himself. He's happy. Like I don't think he's at a point where he's just Giamatti explaining things to people. I think this is the character having a good day.
He knew, and I like the trip did him good. The trip is
yeah, and he's not crushed though. I like that they just stare at him with dead eyes, but they don't go, "Hey, shut up, idiot!" Like, he gets his moment and he doesn't get destroyed. I think a lesser moment would just destroy this poor guy. Every chance they got, but I do love when they're in the liquor store and he talks about how he broke the guy's ribs and the guy crapped himself, and then the teller goes, "Here you go, killer."
Because those are real conversations. If I was in a beer hall or bowling alley and I was having that conversation, even if I was a weirdo, though I am, they would pour their beer on my head and go, "Shut up, fool." They'd be like, "Yeah, okay." Those are because they're normal people. Everybody in this movie feels like a normal guy, even though Paul Giamatti is the most abnormal person because he's got all these ailments or whatever ailments and little picadillos about his whole person. But yeah, everybody feels like a real person. Like there's not cliched conversation. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I could see that happen." This was a conversation I could see. This is not like a overly dramatized slapsticky type of movie, though there is, again, there's the trampoline scene. I had me rolling for a while.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I did not see that happening. I was holy crap. But yeah.
And like there's broad slapstick humor when Giamatti's running like a maniac, and then Sessa does the cartwheel, and just there's some very silly moments in this movie. And you know what's interesting? I think Tracy Flick and like Sessa's character have a little bit in common because they're just very medicated. Tully and
okay. I was like, where are you going here?
Like their moms, like the moms keep them both medicated. Like
right.
The scene, Tracy, where she's like, "Oh, just take your medicine.
Yeah,
like you'll be fine." It's kind of crazy how you have these. I don't know. Maybe it's.
Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question. This is an Alexander Payne question. It's kind of related. Were you how would I put this? Not a fan. Were you on Tracy Flick's side, or you were on Tracy Flick's
since
side?
'99 when I was 17?
I think I was on Broderick's side.
Oh, he's such a lame.
I mean, they're both not great.
She's a child. She was that teacher. What? Novotny. He was sleeping with her.
Yeah,
Remember? He's
yeah.
like her. She gets so
Yes,
she's
yes,
a child, and she's sleeping with this guy, and her mom medicates her to oblivion, and like she's a kid. She's just
I think when I watched it, for some reason I was on Broderick's side. I think because I found her annoying because she's hilarious. It's just like that was his friend. I don't know why. I gotta watch it like shit again. Maybe I have a different take, but I remember the first time I was like, no, Matthew, no. And I think it was genius casting Ferris Bueller as the
wet noodle of all
the wet
noodles.
noodle thing. I was like, that's genius. That's just a genius casting decision. And it might be why I was rooting for him. Not rooting for him, but like I was on his, this is kind of like House of the Dragon. Which side are you on? I was more on Matthew Broderick's side than Tracy Flick's side, but they were both hilarious. They were I love both of them. They're the buttons and all that stuff. Alexander Payne has a way of putting in something ridiculous but making it very real at the same time. Like the
Thomas
election...
Hayden Church, exactly what happened to him that movie would exactly happen in real life. He would just float through it and then go get married.
Exactly.
And he would destroy lives, and then he'd be like, oh, okay, I'm cool.
I'm good.
Yeah. And like, sorry to interrupt, but like when McAllister tears up the vote and throws it away, when he cheats on his wife, like he's such a wet noodle. Yes. Like, I just felt bad for Tracy because I mean she's a kid and she's just highly medicated from her mom.
But him throwing that milkshake at the car,
it was hilarious.
I've been there, man. I haven't thrown a milkshake at a car over center, but I got it. I understood where the frustration. I think I just tapped into that frustration that he was going through. Mr. McAllister was going through.
Like she has like a life ahead of her, and he is just done. And but I think there's always a deep bench in Payne movies because Chris Klein and Jessica Campbell as Tammy Metzler. She's hilarious in that movie.
Metzler's hilarious.
Like that movie has such a deep bench of Larry Fouch too, the kid who finds out about the voting. Like there's such a deep, and the custodian. Like I don't know. There's so many. I think his movies have such rich characters.
Right.
And I don't really think much about The Descendants. It was fun.
I like The Descendants.
Yeah, no, Descendants is almost like The Holdovers, right? It's just good. It's really good.
It's a solid movie.
Yeah.
Solid. It's just fine.
Yeah. I don't like that everyone has a bad ending. But
I don't like the fact that they're real life characters that I can relate to, and everybody. It's like, what are you talking about? Nobody studies spiders in the Amazon with their mother right before she died. It's just normal.
I think what I like about Payne's movies first and foremost is I'm super emo, and I love movies like Take Shelter. I love Richie Tenenbaum and the Royal Tenenbaums. I love the sadness in cinema, and I think just with the sadness drenched, like the depression drenched on Election, with About Schmidt, the sadness there, Sideways, the sadness in that film,
that wedding scene,
there's so much sadness in his movies that I kind of like. Maybe I connect with the sadness. I'm down with the sadness, not the sickness.
You like the Batman. You like it because it's dark.
Yeah. No, I've always connected with Michael Keaton's Batman because he's insane. Those are maybe movies I connect with.
You connect with Michael Keaton's Batman because he's insane.
He is. He just waits around for the bat signal. And he's like,
he's
okay,
nuts. He's not insane. Okay.
Okay. He's nuts.
Difference.
He's not Looney Tunes. He's
not Looney Tunes.
Yeah, let's get a little nuts. Do you want to get nuts?
You weigh a little bit more than 108. All right. Just put it out there, all right? Just put it out there.
Well, yeah, I'm just happy to talk to you about this, man. I honestly think we should do a high school character draft.
Oh man, I'm not prepared. I see.
No, for another episode.
Oh yes,
real good discussion.
Because boy,
yeah. Well, if you want to do it,
why didn't we think of that before? We should have thought of that before.
Yeah, but it's I think we were going to talk about maybe do a draft of high school, like low key Christmas film draft, right?
Right. Yeah, low key.
All right, so you have any final thoughts about this movie, or just it's just really good?
Kids, go watch this movie. Adults, go watch this movie. You know what? Wait till about December, and you're like, oh, I've seen Christmas Story 3 million times. I've seen Love Actually about 17,000 times. Put on the Holdovers. It'll give you that warm and fuzzy feeling. It's got that Christmas spirit to it, and it's got good acting, good direction, good writing, good cinematography, good editing, good music. Everything is good. There's no part in the movie where you'd be like, oh, that sucked. Nothing.
None of those.
Never gonna happen. It's just gonna be like, oh, that was really, really good. It's well done. Well done. Well done. Good. As I talk to my dog, good boy. Good movie.
But it is, right? It's just it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Enjoy the movie.
Oh, all right. I'll let you have first pick.
Oh, I get then I win. Automatically. I automatically win. Die Hard is the first pick. And we're doing the unintentional Christmas movie draft. Movies that are not essentially Christmas movies, but they kind of have a spirit of a Christmas movie while stuff is going on in the front ground and the background. Christmas is kind of like hanging. It's kind of like up to your interpretation. Die Hard, number one. What are we talking about here? Come on. Die Hard's number one.
Of course. I'm gonna take Kiss Kiss Bang Bang then.
Oh, you son of a See, this is when the draft gets really, we start doing like, double dealings. Like I'm calling his agent and like, oh, I don't believe you got my third pick. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was my number freaking 3. What you son of a, you got Kiss Kiss. Okay, I gotta go Batman Returns then. So screw you, Michael Keaton.
I just died inside. No.
Hey man, you took my Michelle Monaghan in a Christmas outfit. All right, you took my Gay Perry. I'm taking Michael Keaton killing people with a bomb. All right, I'm taking Penguin. I'm taking Catwoman. Peace on Earth and goodwill toward men and women. I'm taking them all. All right.
My body just like shrunk. My every organ in my side, in my body just shrunk.
If you'd have left Gay Perry alone, it'd have been fine. I'd have moved on.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take Rare Exports then.
Oh, okay.
It's a Norwegian Christmas film.
Yeah.
Is that a Christmas film?
I'll let it go.
Because it's not too popular,
is that Samuel
right?
Jackson? Don't you have a thing for Samuel Jackson? Is that Samuel Jackson?
No. The Rare Exports is the one where these naked evil elves for Santa start taking people, and then
what's that
Santa...
movie where Samuel Jackson's like the president on a mountain?
Big game.
Okay, sorry. I'm mixing them up. I have no idea.
Am I cheating? I can. There's many to pick from. I can take Long Kiss Goodnight instead. I'll take the Long Kiss Goodnight.
Take your Rare Exports.
Okay.
Take your Rare Exports.
Okay.
I'm getting Long Kiss Goodnight. I'm getting Long Kiss Goodnight. That was my number 4. I was like, no. You're fine. You're good. Keep going.
Oh, so you're taking Long Kiss Goodnight?
You know what? I'll give you Long Kiss Goodnight. Go ahead, take it.
Okay.
Long Kiss Goodnight because I'm taking Lethal Weapon 1. Boom!
Oh,
mic drop. I got Riggs. I got Murtaugh. I don't have Joe Pesci. He's not into the second one.
We have a lot of Shane Black going on here.
Got a little Shane Black action. Okay, you're about to have the Shane Black cul-de-sac. I had to cut it off before that happened. I got to get some Shane Black in my life.
Wait, the Shane Black cul-de-sac?
Shane Black cul-de-sac. Come on. Come on. Everybody lives there. Everybody's at the Shane Black cul-de-sac. Nice guys in the Shane Black cul-de-sac. Editors in the Shane Black cul-de-sac. Come on.
Where are you going?
Right, but he's there.
Black cul-de-sac.
Shane Black cul-de-sac. He's in what's the movie with Helen Hunt and Jack Nicholson? As Good as It Gets. He's in there somewhere. He's walking around. He's in the diner, I think. Shane Black cul-de-sac.
Oh, I love the Shane Black cul-de-sac.
I cannot wait to live in the Shane Black. People are gonna get shot in the Shane Black cul-de-sac. People get killed a lot in Shane Black cul-de-sac. It's funny. They die funny, but they die. So I don't know. Toilets are exploding. You don't want to be anywhere near the Shane Black cul-de-sac. Okay.
Yeah, that's a dangerous place. But you're gonna have some wonderful pithy dialogue while you're there.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's gonna jump off a building wearing a leather jacket, and it's not. You don't want to be in the Shane Black cul-de-sac very long. You want to kind of visit the Shane Black cul-de-sac, and then you want to move. You want to move a couple blocks down.
Oh, so you're up since I'm Long Kiss Goodnight.
I got Lethal Weapon, so it's you're up.
Oh no, I'm Long. So
you got Kiss Kiss, Long Kiss Goodnight. I got Die Hard, Batman Returns, and Lethal Weapon. So you're up.
Because Rare Exports is really kind of a hardcore Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh yo. So this is really tough. You probably have a full. Okay, I'm gonna take Phantom Thread since there's a lot of Christmas in it.
Wow. Look at Mr. Arty Farty over here.
It's one of the best R-rated rom-coms ever made.
Phantom Threat. Are we talking about the same movie?
Yeah, it's a rom-com. It's a rom-com. It's hilarious.
Rom-com?
Yes.
Rom-com?
Watch it again.
There is no trailer for Phantom Thread where Daniel Day-Lewis is trying to find the girl that fits the dress of his life. That never happens.
Just trust me. Trust me. I'm trustworthy.
Now I'm going to make a sketch, the rom-com version trailer of Phantom Thread.
Watch it. I'm dead serious. You know, I told somebody that they didn't believe me, and then they watched it and they're like, "Oh, okay."
I want to watch. I want to hear the trailer guy. The overly this summer, Daniel Day-Lewis. He can make a dress for anybody, but not the woman of his dreams. Like I want that.
Watch it. It's good.
To Paul Anderson
this Christmas.
Wow. I'd have never pulled Phantom Thread. I never pulled Phantom. I'd have never pulled Phantom Thread. But
that was a good pick then.
Hey, that was a good pick. That's a good pick. I'm gonna go. I already mentioned the director of this movie's a different movie. I'm going In Bruges.
Oh, big one. Big, good.
Fan of the Batman, you know, he got Colin Farrell. We have mentioned in Banshees of Inisherin. He did In Bruges as well. Good movie.
Great pick.
One of the funniest films.
Ray Fiennes is oh
my god! Ray Fiennes is on smoke, as they say in that one.
Yes, he's throwing a perfect, like his fastballs have fire behind him.
He's a ringer. Like they got him. I was like, wait a minute, he's an impact sub, as they would say. He's just coming in like, look, all right, I'm gonna be like in 3 scenes, but they're all gonna be flames. Okay, don't worry.
Oh man, okay, this is gonna be a weird pick, and you're gonna wonder why I picked it.
Okay,
but I'm gonna take Anna and the Apocalypse. Now, the reason why, there's a beautiful song in it where this lady's dressed up as dressed up like as Mrs. Claus, and she's like talking about how like Santa can come down the pole. She can go down the pole for Santa, and she does like a musical in front of the entire like high school audience, and it's like very suggestive. But if you just type in Anna and the Apocalypse Christmas song, it's hilarious, and like people get killed with a candy cane and stuff. So it loses me a little bit, but I love that song. Like that's
I'll allow it.
Have you seen Anna and the Apocalypse?
I'm trying to see if I'm googling this now to see if it rings any bells.
It's on all the alternative Christmas movies. It's a Christmas zombie rom-com.
Oh, I have not seen this movie. I'm looking at it right now. It came out in 2017. This is pretty new.
So you got to type in. Just type in Christmas song Anna and the Apocalypse when we're done with this, and then you'll get what I'm saying. I'm
looking at the cast. I know nobody here. Teresa Bradley is the only one I recognize. Everybody else is pretty new. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look. Should we put this in the commentary vault? Is this a good bad movie?
Oh no, people love it. This is a cult.
Oh, it's
classic.
Good. Okay,
yeah.
And I can't.
Like it's like people love.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look this up. I've never seen it.
Well, just listen to the song. It won't even wreck the movie for you. It's just a very good song.
I see Shaun of the Dead meets La La Land as the tagline. So there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I like that. All right.
I didn't even invent it. It was just there. We're doing 5 because I'm on my 5th one here.
Yeah, you're on your last one.
I'm gonna go with a little film starring Raylan Givens. Named Go.
My man.
I love Go.
Timmy Ollie. Go's great.
Man. Remember movies like back then? Everybody's trying to eat off the Pulp Fiction craze, where there'll be like an ensemble cast and 15 different stories going on at once, and they all kind of intersect in some certain way. And Sarah Pauli that's in this movie? Yeah, she's on the poster.
Katie Holmes
is in there.
Jay Moore.
A very young Timothy Olyphant. He's kind of like the bad boy, Timothy Olyphant. He has not the weird hair. He has amazing hair, but it's like the whole thing is his hair, and he puts doesn't he shoot the kid in the arm that steals the money, or they owed money to him? No, he's making out with Katie Holmes on the stairs while they shoot the kid in the arm. Yeah. Go. Kids, watch Go. It's a very good throwback. Is it 90s? That kind of
in 99.
99.
And it has a really cool soundtrack. I bought it. It has New by No Doubt, which I like. It has Steal My Sunshine by Len, Magic Carpet Ride.
It
has Gangster Trippin' by Fatboy Slim, which I always like.
Tay Diggs is in that movie somewhere kicking around, I believe. I know Scott Wolf is in there from Party of Five. He's that's what I remember. Oh, William Fichter's in there. He's the weird salesman guy with Jane, the girl from 30 Rock. I think it's his wife.
Oh, Jane Krakowski.
Jane Krakowski, I think it's his wife. I'm looking this up now, but I remember that Scott Wolf and the other guy, they go to their house and they're Amway, I think, or something like that. Yeah, Jane Krakowski, William Fichtner. Yeah. Is it Taye Diggs? Yes, it is Taye Diggs. I remember. And the incomparable Jay Moore. Kids, Jay Moore used to be funny. Jay Moore was a comedian once. He was a guy.
What do you is Trading Places too much of a Christmas movie?
You know what? It was on my list. I will allow it. I had it there, and because it's not about Christmas. That's not the main theme. I'll allow it because it's about that weird trade stock thing that happens
that's
that nobody
the
can
focus.
understand.
It just takes place during Christmas, so it's not like
Dan Aykroyd has one of the greatest scenes ever where he's like drunk, depraved Santa Claus eating raw fish. And you get Jamie Lee Curtis nude. I think that's her only nude scene in the history of film. So yeah, if you want to see Jamie Lee Curtis in the prime of Jamie Lee Curtis, that this is pre True Lies, kids. Yes, Jamie Lee Curtis, and then you get Eddie Murphy
on fire.
And then you get a cameo from the actors in this in Coming to America playing the same roles. The billionaires that become homeless men, they have a scene in Coming to America where Akeem from Zamunda he tips them.
So, I love that it's a world like he has a twin brother in this world, which makes me happy.
Apparently. Billy Ray Valentine and Akeem, they're twin brothers.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like you weirder things have happened.
I'll allow it because he has my same last name. So I'll let it go.
So you have Die Hard, Batman Returns, Lethal Weapon, In Bruges, and Go. I have Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Long Kiss Goodnight, Phantom Thread, Anna and the Apocalypse, and Trading Places.
Phantom Thread. That's going to be the one that's going to be like, wow.
You got to watch it.
I got to watch it again. I got to look it up. I
watch it as a rom-com.
I'm going to download it and I'm going to take the score out. I'm going to put my own.
But it's
happy score in there.
Yeah, I think Paul Thomas Anderson's one of the kings of R-rated rom-coms. Licorice Pizza, Punch Drunk Love.
That's the one he did with John Krasinski and Maya Rudolph.
I don't know. Is that an R-rated one? The Way We Go. He did.
Away We Go is what it's called. Yes.
He had directed Away We Go.
I think he. I'm 95%.
No way.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up.
Sam Mendes directed that.
Did he?
Yeah. You're mixing up your auteurs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting I apologize, kids. I apologize. That was a different auteur. Different. Paul Thomas Anderson wouldn't be seen dead with John Krasinski.
No, yeah.
He wouldn't be seen dead with Maya Rudolph, his wife. He wouldn't be seen dead with that. Honey, you want to direct my rom-com with John Krasinski? No. You go settle with Sam Mendes. No, honey, no.
Why?
You go settle with the guy who did 1917. No.
I'm gonna go work with Sandler.
Who do you think I am? Paul W.S. Anderson?
Hey, watch it. I love that guy.
Who do you think I am? The director of Soldier? Huh? What do you think? What do you think is going on here? I don't want a divorce, but who do you think you are?
Oh, man. Hey, so where can people find you?
Simplistic.reviews. I host a show with my co-host Justin Palizzi, who I mentioned, and Matthew Stewart, and we drop a show every first of the month, and then a commentary every 20th of the month, and every 15th of the month we do like 15 minutes. We just talk about whatever. Last month we talked about all the commentaries we've done. We've done like over 100 commentaries, usually on bad movies, not holdover movies. Bad movies. I have to come to Mark to do commentaries on good movies. It's like, man, come on, man, I need to do a commentary on a good movie. He's like, all right, here you go.
That one's actually done really well, the Batman, which is kind of fun. Like people have listened to that, and it has a pretty good completion rate, so people aren't just going like getting sick of us either.
Now imagine my rage, my closeted rage, Mark Hoffmeyer, that they keep delaying the second one. Imagine how angry DJ Valentine must feel.
This is good.
Good?
Yeah. Good. Quality control. They're gonna have plenty of time to like make it good. Like Matt Reeves can, Fraser can get more awesome technology. They can fine tune the script.
Freaking logic and your sense. I'm greedy. I want my Batman. I'm tired of waiting. I've been waiting for like 6 years. It's only been like 3. I've been waiting for a long time.
Half my life.
I get the Penguin series, but I still gotta wait till fall.
You've been waiting half of your life.
Half my life. I'm only 8 years old. Had puberty at a young age.
This is good. Like, it's not like there's Stranger Things where the kids look like they're 40 now. Like, he's just gonna grow into the role.
I'm Dustin from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, I'm 40. But yeah,
I'm 12 years old.
Hey guys, it's doing that voice. But hey, man, this was awesome, and I look forward to the next episode. And thank you for humoring me and coming on here and talking about this.
You're
very
humoring me
movie.
because I get to talk about a movie I like. Thank God. Thank God. Now I got to do my podcast next week, and it's going to be about movies I hate. It's going to be about movies I despise. Mark, she studied spiders in the Amazon with her mother right before she died. I got to talk about that.
Oh my God. You know what? Okay.
Don't tell me you like that movie.
Here's the thing.
Don't you dare.
I was watching this film, and it has some of the worst blocking I've ever witnessed. Absolutely. Like, really, $100 million movie, and some of the coverage is like, I don't know who did this. Like,
you were talking about perfect games earlier, about people throwing a perfect game. Man. This is also a perfect game. Everything in this is awful.
Yeah, and I just like when she's so at the very end. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm like,
oh, please don't spoil Madam Web.
The thing that went into my brain was like Dakota Johnson owed somebody money.
No. See, gambling debts.
Yeah, and like they just were like, "What's the worst way we can do it?" Because I've seen her be very good in movies.
Yeah,
I love her.
She's fantastic.
And you're just like there's scenes in that film where you're just.
I don't
like the awesome lady from the flight attendant and Girls. She just sits in a chair. Yeah. The guy from oh man, he was just in a movie. He was nominated for a Golden Globe.
Adam Scott, you talking about?
No, the villain. Like he's in a movie. Where he's very good
I forget his name, but yeah.
And
you mean the guy they ADR'd the entire film?
and they're like, she doesn't even know how to open a can. Like you're just like I don't know. And I feel bad for her because she said on set no one was like looking out for anybody because they had no idea what was going on there. No. And so for me, I was in a theater. I had no hate. I was just like, this is crazy, and I kind of enjoyed it. Like I don't think it's The Room bad, right? I don't.
It's right there though. It's right there.
See, The Room was made earnestly. This movie was like.
You think they're taking a piss? I think this is earnest too.
No. But I just think it's corporate junk. Made very badly.
Lunchbox movies. They slap it on a lunchbox and throw it out there. Yeah.
Bad. But it was really bad. It's not even cromulent.
You gotta understand, on our show, we do commentaries on the worst of the worst, like movies that come out in the 80s, Andy Sedaris. We do, and I'm watching this and I'm like, this is worse than those, like by a country mile. Like nothing makes any sense.
No,
I can pop on a Neil Breen film and he's a lunatic, but I know he has a message, that he has an arc. It doesn't make as little sense as this movie that I'm watching here that's produced by Sony Pictures. It's unbelievable.
I was almost kind of like, you know what? God bless Sony, because between Morbius and I don't even know what they're doing.
Now I gotta gear up and do. I know they're gonna make me watch Craven. I know they are, and that's gonna be just as bad. That's gonna be right there.
I will say the Venom movies are buoyed because of Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
Tom Hardy. See, this is why I like the Venom movies, is because Tom Hardy cares. Like, and so while watching it, you just feel Tom Hardy driving this movie, and I at least respect it because you can tell that the main guy loves the source material, and he's like, I feel like Tom Hardy would kill himself for Venom, and that's why they get a big pass in my book, because I love, like, some of these movies you just feel no energy at all, and you just feel like, did they even like this?
I treat Venom like we're talking about sports. You know, when you have like an athlete who's really, really good and he gets a concussion and the coach is like, you can't go back on the field, man. Tom Hardy is the great player that wants to go back on the field for Venom, and somebody didn't tell him, no, Tom, Do another season of Peaky Blinders, make another. Why are you doing this? But for some reason, I think it's its kids. I hope to God that it's kids. It's not the source, but it's not the script, because I don't know why you're wasting Dakota Johnson and Aaron Taylor Johnson and Tom Hardy and Jared Leto, even though Jared Leto's kind of polarizing, and Matt Smith on Morbius, Madam Web, and Craven. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'd rather these be horrible actors. I'd rather these be no names. If there were no names, it would make more sense. I would understand it. But when you're watching Venom the whole time, I know Mark's looking at the screen like, why is Tom Hardy in this?
He cares so deeply. And like he's sweaty and gross the whole. I'm telling you, man, like I just love
Michelle Williams is in that movie.
Yeah.
But why?
But here's the
why
thing.
is she in that movie?
I just love I'm telling you, man.
She was in Blue Valentine, for Christ's sake. What is she doing in this movie?
If people give an effort, like that's all I need sometimes. Like, and I feel Tom Hardy cares. And I'm not saying it's the greatest movie ever made. I'm just saying I don't know. I just like it. I don't know.
I think I appreciate his Bane more than I appreciate his Venom. Bane is at least got something there. There's something to him.
No way.
And he's entertaining as hell. He's entertaining as hell.
I'm going to Red Lobster and eat some biscuits
for the people.
Batman. We're gonna go to Red Lobster.
Come on, you know that's entertainment. He could just read you the menu and you're
Cheddar
in.
Bay biscuits.
I'll have the number one. Chopsticks, please.
Oh man. Hey, well, thank you for joining me, dude.
No problem.
So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for DJ Valentine, this is Movies from the Flicks. I'll see you next week.